The Key of David series. Reflect on David's battle wisdom. The scripture for today is 2 Samuel 5, 6-8. Let's read through the verses together. The king and his men marched to Jerusalem to attack the Jebusites who lived there. The Jebusites said to David, "You will not get in here. Even the blind and the lame can ward you off." They thought, "David cannot get in here." Nevertheless, David captured the fortress of Zion, which is the city of David. On that day, David had said, "Anyone who conquers the Jebusites will have to use the water shaft to reach those lame and blind who are David's enemies." That is why they say, "The blind and lame will not enter the palace." Now, take a brief moment to think about the scripture, paying attention to what David and the Jebusites said. In war, sometimes people use words as weapons. The Jebusites insulted David and his army, saying even the blind and the lame could beat them, trying to weaken their morale. Also, the Jebusites were tough opponents, up on a mountain with a fortress protecting their city, making it really hard for David to win. But David stayed strong and confident and managed to defeat them in the end. The question is, how was David able to do it? David was very clever. He realized that the lame and blind insult was a tactic used to threaten him. But David wasn't frightened. Instead, he turned the insult lame and blind back on them, boosting his army's morale and encouraging them to fight bravely. The main reason David won was because God helped him out. We've seen that David always turned to God, especially in battle, So it's like God gave David the idea to use the water shaft, and it worked. This just goes to show that if we trust God and do what He says, we can overcome difficult challenges and come out on top. Therefore, we can draw inspiration from David's triumph. If we desire victory in our earthly endeavors, we must first attain victory in the spiritual realm. Satan desires our failure. He constantly seeks to defeat us through various voices, sometimes through the words of others and sometimes through our own inner thoughts. Therefore, we must not be deceived by Satan, underestimating ourselves and our abilities. Today, David taught us a method to overcome our enemy, the devil, by using the same words that the devil uses to defeat us, turning them into strength to boost our confidence and fight bravely. Considering David's wisdom in avoiding Satan's trap, if you want to be as clever as David, you must first nurture a deeper relationship with the Lord. This will enable you to discern His will and follow it faithfully and obediently. Take a brief moment of quietness to draw closer to the Lord, reflect on today's lessons, and explore your inner thoughts and emotions. Pray to God for the wisdom to discern Satan's voice and overcome it in battle.